And back here as now 2 outs in the inning after a walk to Charles LeBlanc. So the substitution here from that last inning as Charles LeBlanc came into play shortstop. We thought he replaced Nick Moore. Nick Moore actually moved over to second base. So the player that was replaced was Santino Alteri. So now runners on first and second for the Watertown Rams. As the count 0-1 here to Nick Moore. As Moore now moves over to second base. And a pitch here is going to miss, so the count goes to 1-1.
Pitcher DiOrio has been really mixing in his fastball and his big sweeping breaking ball and very effectively tonight.
Nick Moore coming to this at bat 0 for 3 is grounded out, flew out, and also grounded into a double play. And a strike called here. So the count 1 ball and 2 strikes, 2 outs here. Brandon DiOrio trying to get out of the inning for Elmira. The Rams have runners on first and second. Here in the bottom of the 7th. DiOrio sets on the mound, checks the runner at first. The pitch is swung at and missed, holds onto it by the catcher Fisher. And that's going to end the inning as Watertown will strand 2 runners on base. And we're through 7 here in Watertown. And Elmira leads the Rams by a score of 12-2. You're listening to Pioneers Baseball on the Elmira Pioneers Broadcasting Network. Do that, Reed?
We'd like to thank everyone for tuning in tonight, and remember that the Pioneers is a great way to bring everyone together, whether it's a school, a church, business, or youth sports organization. The Pioneers are also able to offer you many great fundraisers for your organization. Call the Pioneers office at 607-734-2690 to reserve your group package today.
So leading off for Elmira here in the top of the 8th, it's going to be Taylor Skirpon, the Pioneers second baseman. He's looking to join the Pioneers hit parade here tonight. He'll watch a first pitch miss high for a ball. Skirpon has been on base once tonight in his 4 trips to the plate. He's grounded out twice, also struck out, and then walked and was stranded at second base in the 6th inning after he advanced to second on a wild pitch. Now he sees a strike here. So they count 1-1, no outs here. The pitch from Simmons as a ball. Simmons has done a nice job out of the bullpen for Watertown after he settled down the Pioneers after they put up 7 runs in the 6th inning against the Rams reliever Willie Martin, who came in to relieve the starter Mitch Seawald. who gave up 5 runs in his outing, in which you saw 104 pitches go to the catcher. So the count now full, 3 balls and 2 strikes to Taylor Skirpon. Here's the payoff pitch. That one swung on, hit to the second baseman, and throwing over to first is going to be Moore. And that's going to be the first out of the inning, so that will go down as a 4-3 putout, and that will bring in John Armbrust. So John Armbrust will step in here with 1 out in the inning. And the first pitch is a called strike. Armbrust has been on base twice tonight. Still has yet to get a hit. He's walked in the 2nd and 6th innings. Came around to score a run. And also grounded out twice. Now grounded to the shortstop. And out at first. That was a close play over at first as Armbrust was hustling down the line of that one. It was a nice play by LeBlanc at shortstop. Almost got his feet tied up trying to field that. So they'll bring in the catcher, Drew Fisher. Drew Fisher, he got a big hit in his last at-bat as he brought around 2 runs on a single for his first hit of the night, first hit of the season. Also got in the RBI race as he fouls. He was actually going to miss the first pitch here. Thought he got contact with that one. The count, no balls and a strike. With 2 outs here in the top half of the 8th inning. And now this one's going to be fouled back, so the count goes to 0-2. So back-to-back groundouts to start out the top half of the 8th inning here for Elmira. As a pitch here is going to miss for a ball. The count 1-2. Skirpon grounded out to the second baseman Moore, and then Armbrust grounding out to LeBlanc at short. Simmons with the pitch on the 1-2, and that one is fouled back out of play to keep the at-bat alive. And the pitch is going to be a called third strike. And that is going to end the inning. So a good job by Kyle Simmons as he sits down the Pioneers 1-2-3. And we will head to the bottom of the 8th inning here from the Duff as Elmira has a 12-2 lead against the Watertown Rams. You're listening to Pioneers Baseball on the Elmira Pioneers Broadcasting Network.
Fans looking for a hot pizza after tomorrow night's game, visit Domino's Pizza on the corner of Maple Ave and Gaines Street, right down the road from Dunn Field.
As we get set to kick off the bottom half of the 8th inning, Elmira's 4th pitcher of the night will enter. Zach Biken will get in on the mound here for Elmira. Biken returning from the 2013 squad, a left-hander, 6 foot 220, out of Columbia Station, Ohio. Biken attending Pitt Bradford, an Allegheny Mountain Collegiate Conference school. Only knowing that because I went to a school myself in the AMCC. Let's take a look here at the line for Brandon DeOrio, who put in 2 great innings. He threw 40 pitches, Faced 9 batters, struck out 3 guys, walked 1, gave up 2 hits, and didn't allow any runs to come across the plate as he preserved the Pioneers' 10-run lead. As Bikin will kick off the bottom of the 8th inning here. His first pitch is going to be a called strike, as it'll be Dominic Lopez leading off the inning for Watertown. Lopez picked up a leadoff single back in the 6th inning, but was stranded at third base, as he's got 1 hit on the night. He is 1 for 3. And now a pitch here again to Lopez is going to be low. So the count, a ball and 2 strikes. Bikin looking for the strikeout here. And that one's in the dirt. Nice job by Fisher. As we will head to the 9th inning after this. Elmira looking to try and pick up their first win of 2014. Pitch from Bikin is swung at, popped up in the air. Everybody calling for it here. And Santisteban runs under it and crosses the mound as he pulls that in for the first out of the inning. So that'll go down as a crazy P1 as everybody in the infield was running around for it. And Matt DiOrio will step in. Grounded out in his last at bat against Brandon DiOrio. DiOrio's been on base twice tonight, both via a walk, and is grounded out. So when we get to the top of the 9th inning, we'll get you to our Pioneers MVP of the game. As the Pioneers currently leading Watertown by a score of 12-2. They've got 12 runs on 11 hits, 1 error for Watertown. 2 runs on 3 hits and no errors. And definitely probably one of the top the VIP and the MVP candidates is probably going to be TJ Dixon. As he started out with a great night. 3 for 3 effort for him. Also drove in 3 runs. As the count is 2 balls and a strike here to Matt DiOrio, with Zach Bikin on the mound for the Pioneers. His pitch is going to miss low for a ball. So the count now 3-1. Bikin, the 4th pitcher of the night for Elmira, following up the starter, Roberto Supa. And now the pitch swung on here, and that one's going to be laced into left field as playing deep, and left was Armbrust. So that dropped in front of him. That's going to be the 4th hit of the night for the Rams and the 1st hit of the night for DiOrio. Elmira playing no doubles there on that, so that'll bring in Shane Dressler. Dressler 0 for 3 on the night. And the pitch from Bikin swung on. A nice glove by the second baseman, Skirpon, and he throws to first to get the out. So nice job by Taylor to range to his left as he smothered that baseball.
Now, batting for the Rams, the center fielder, number 30, Ben Wiley.
So now 2 outs in the inning as DiOrio moved up to second on the play, and that will bring in Ben Wiley. Wiley 0 for 3 on the night, struck out looking, popped up and has grounded out. Bikin, the left-handed pitcher who wears number 27. Ready's on the mound. Runner DiOrio takes a pretty good lead off of second. Bikin checks him, now delivers. Man, the pitch is in the dirt, and it gets away from Fisher, but not far enough for anybody to advance. So the count 1-0. Bikin gets his sign from the pitcher, and now he delivers, and that one's going to go out of play. Foul ball on the third base side. So the count goes to a ball and a strike. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th inning. The Rams at bat here from the Duff in Watertown, New York. Zach Biken on the mound for the Pioneers. He's going to step off here. He's got a runner on second, 2 outs. It was a 1-out single by Matt DiOrio and to left field. Now he delivers his pitch, and that's going to be a called strike. It's the count now, a ball and 2 strikes. With 2 outs here in the inning. And if Wiley can keep the inning alive, Jason Scholl, the catcher, on deck for the Rams. And the offering is going to be missed and swung on for strike 3, as that will end the inning. So nice job by Zach Biken out of the bullpen. He gives up a single, but it doesn't go anywhere as he strands the runner at second and gets the strikeout swinging to end the inning. So we'll head to the top of the 9th inning here at the Duff. Elmira leads Watertown by a score of 12-2. You're listening to Elmira Pioneers Baseball on the Pioneers Broadcasting Network.
Fan C-Tran is accessible to everyone as all buses are equipped with ramps or lifts. Find out more at their website, chemungtransit.com. C-Tran, the smart way to go.
A new pitcher here for the Rams to kick off the top of the 9th inning, as the new pitcher is John Escobar. Escobar, 6 foot 185, a right-hander out of Holy Cross, out of Ivernus, Illinois, as he comes in to replace a very valiant effort by Kyle Simmons, who went 2 2/3 innings, had 45 pitches, faced 9 batters, struck out 2, didn't walk any, only allowed 2 hits, and did not give up a run after he came in to replace Willie Martin, who gave up 7 in that 6th inning to Elmira, which really kind of opened the gates and has gotten us to our 12-2 score in which the Pioneers sit in the lead. And coming into the plate here in the 9th inning, they will have their 8, 9, and 1 batters as Pete Carrier will lead off. Carrier, 1 hit on the night, has been on base twice, has also scored a run. And the first pitch from Escobar is going to be a bouncer in the dirt for ball 1. So Elmira looking to move to 1-0 on the year going into their home opener, which is tomorrow night, 7:05 p.m. against the Amsterdam Mohawks. A huge fireworks display after the game tomorrow night, as well after the game on Saturday night. You can get tickets by calling 607-734-2690. General admission tickets are $7. Our VIP box seats and the newly renovated box seats are $10. $5 for senior citizens and children, and for children under 2, tickets are free. As the count is 3 balls and no strikes here to the leadoff batter, Pete Carrier, coming from the pitcher, John Escobar. And now his 4th pitch is going to be outside, so it's a 4-pitch walk to start off the inning for Pete Carrier, his 2nd of the night, 3rd time he's been on base.
Now batting for the Pioneers, the 3rd baseman, number 5, Taylor Hilson.
So that'll bring in Taylor Hilson, who decided to turn around his 0-for-2 night by getting 2 hits in the 6th inning. He's now got a 2-for-2 night. He's also got an RBI. He's got a runner on first here. As we're set to play here now. And the pitch from Escobar is going to be missed for a strike. So a ball gets by the catcher, Scholl, here. And the runner will advance down to second. So a pinch runner in here now for Elmira. As Pete Carrier, the DH who got walked, now comes out of the game. And the runner now will be number 23, Colin McGee. McGee out of Cornell. As he will lead off of second. McGee, one of the Pioneers' 3 catchers on their roster. As a swing and a miss here by Hilson. And the count will be a ball and 2 strikes. No outs here in the top of the 9th inning. Hilson, the number 9 batter. And a swing and a miss, and that's going to be the 3rd strike as Hilson is set down on strikes for the first time tonight. And that will send things back to the top of the lineup. So that's going to bring in Chris Kaluzian here with 1 out. Kaluzian's got 2 hits on the night, so he's 2 for 2. He's got 2 singles. He's walked and also reached on an error. And he has scored 3 of the 4 times he's been on base, so it's been a good inning for the Pioneers when he's got on base. As the first pitch is a ball here to him. And a pitch here swung on, a chopper to the shortstop, LeBlanc, and he fires to first in time. So McGee will advance up to third, and there's now 2 outs in the inning. First time that Kaluzian's been retired.
Now batting for the Pioneers, the center fielder, number 1, T.J. Dixon.
So that's going to bring in T.J. Dixon, who was retired his first time in his last at bat, as he grounded out to the second baseman Moore. As Dixon on the night is 3 for 3, 2 singles, a double, has 3 RBIs, and he's also scored twice. He was hit by a pitch and scored in the 7-run 6th inning for Elmira. Escobar delivers, and this one is swung at and missed a high fastball. Dixon couldn't hold off on the pitch. So for Escobar, the 4th pitcher of the night for the Rams, and their 2nd game in as many nights. And now a pitch here will miss high. This time Dixon decided to hold off. Christian Santisteban in the on-deck circle for Elmira. Now kind of standing back by the dugout. A 1-1 pitch coming to Dixon. Escobar sets, delivers, and the pitch is fouled back. Thought that was fouled back, but apparently McGee is going to be able to score. So it must be Dixon completely whiffed on that and didn't get a piece of it.
Yeah, just tipped off of the catcher's helmet there.
So it's another run for Elmira on the wild pitch. As coming around to score is going to be Colin McGee. And Elmira now has a 13-2 lead. As the count is 1-2 to the batter Dixon. A long look in here from the pitcher, Escobar, to his catcher, Scholl. Bases are empty now. The pitch is going to be a foul ball. As Dixon tried to check his swing there, but it hit off just the end of his bat. So the count will hold. Christian Santisteban in the on-deck circle, hoping he can get a chance to come to the plate. So if he does, T.J. Dixon will have to keep the inning alive here. The 1-2 from Escobar is swung at A chopper to the first baseman, Lopez. He gets it in fair territory and is able to step right on first base. So that'll do it for Elmira in the top of the ninth. We'll go now to the bottom of the ninth inning. Elmira tacks on another run. They lead 13-2. Heading to the bottom of the ninth inning here from the Duff in Watertown, New York. We'll take a break. You're listening to Pioneers Baseball on the Elmira Pioneers Broadcasting Network.
Fans, the Elmira Pioneers official team dentist, Roman and Furshaw, is now welcoming new patients at their office at 138 Front Street in Addison, New York.
So we will head to the bottom of the ninth inning here, and it looks like Zach Biken will stay in the game to try and close this win out for Elmira, as he's got an 11-run lead to work with here. As the catcher, Jason Scholl, will lead off for Watertown, as he is 1 for 2 on the night with a walk, a single, a flyout, and a walk. And it will be Zach Biken, who did allow a hit in his last inning, his first inning out of the bullpen, but was able to work around it as he struck out Ben Wiley to end the inning. First pitch here is a called strike to Scholl. So it'll be Scholl, Bonds, and Alessandri in the 7, 8, and 9 batters for Watertown. The 0-1 offering is going to be taken high for a ball. So in now to catch for Elmira, as I believe still Drew Fisher, as Colin McGee came in for the designated hitter, Pete Carrier. As the catching rotation right now will probably cycle between Carrier and Fisher. As this one is hit out into left field, that one's going to be off of the wall. So that's going to be a double for the catcher, Jason Scholl. So that's going to be the second hit of the night for Scholl. And that's going to be the first extra base hit of the game for Watertown, as it's their 5th hit of the night, and it comes here in the bottom of the 9th inning. So that gives them a runner in scoring position with nobody out, and James Bonds comes up to bat. He's walked twice tonight, also struck out. And first pitch strike here, called to the batter, James Bonds. As the fog's starting to set in here at the Duff. As we approach just after 10 o'clock in a game that started right around 7:15, a little delay from some rain that was in the area earlier on. The count is 1-1. As Biken gets set on the mound, looks at the runner, Scholl on second after he had the leadoff double. And the pitch home is in the dirt. Nice stop there by Fisher. And the count 2 balls and a strike. So the count 2-1. Right now the pitch from Biken. And it's a called strike. Good fastball there from Zach as he evens the count up 2 balls and 2 strikes. Biken out of Pitt Bradford. The 4th pitcher of the night for Elmira. after Brandon DeOrio did a nice job out of the bullpen. And a strike 3 called, as that's going to be the first out of the inning. As Zach Biken gets his second strikeout of the night. And for Bonds, that's his second at-bat in a row that he goes down via strikes. And that will bring up the number 9 batter, number 4, Robbie Alessandri. Actually, a pinch hitter here for Watertown, as it's going to be Dustin Exford pinch hitting for Alessandri. So it's going to be number 9. As Exford, 6'1", 205, a right-hander out of Northeastern Oklahoma A&M College, the other Watertown, New York native on this Rams roster. As the count is 1-0 to him. Has an interesting stance at the plate in the right-handed batter's box. And he's going to swing and miss here at the pitch low. So Exford hitting for Alessandri. Alessandri was 1 for 3 on the night. And Biken, the 1-1, is going to be outside for a ball. So the count now 2 balls and a strike. Man, out pitch here, swung on to the second baseman, and Skirpon throws over to first to get the out. So 2 away as the runner Scholl moves over to third. As that goes down 4-3. So that'll bring in the shortstop, Charles LeBlanc, potentially the final out for the Rams. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 9th inning. The trail Elmira 13-2 from the Duff in Watertown, New York. First pitch is going to be outside for a ball. Nice job by Fisher to hold on to that one. So the count now 2-0. As Biken trying to find the strike zone here. And what he hopes to be the final batter of this game, with a runner leading off of third. And now a grounder hit to Hilson at third. The throw is not going to be in time. As hustling down the line was Charles LeBlanc. And he's going to get an infield single, and that's a run for the Rams. And that's going to make it a 13-3 ball game. It'll also be the 6th hit of the game for the Rams. So that's going to bring in Nick Moore. And a pitch here swung on. Dixon settles under it in center field. And that's going to be the final out. And that will do it for our game here as T.J. Dixon brings in the 3rd out. And the final score is going to be Elmira 13 and Watertown 3. As Elmira now moves to 1-0 on the year. And for Watertown, they fall to 0-2 on the season. So for Elmira, it's heading back to Dunn Field for their 2014 home opener as they take on the Amsterdam Mohawks. As it's sure to be an exciting game, a rematch of last year's championship series. And following the game on Friday and on Saturday, there'll be a huge post-game fireworks display for fans. You can order tickets by calling the Pioneers front office at 607-734-2690. General admission tickets are $7, VIP box seats at $10. Also a discount for senior citizens at $5, and children under 2 are free. So Elmira picks up the 13-3 win here tonight. Picking up the win, it's Zach Pigeon, who pitched in relief as he moves to 1-0 on the year. Roberto Supa, the starter from Elmira, he went just 4 innings, was not eligible for the win. And taking the loss for the Watertown Rams, it's going to be the starter Mitch Seawald. as he threw a lot of pitches on the night, 104 to be exact, as he moves to 0-1 on the year, as Elmira picks up a big win, and they will head back on the 4-hour bus ride to Elmira, a little bit happier, even though it'll be a long night for the team, but they will get back at it after some rest tomorrow night, as the first pitch at Dunfield, 7:05 p.m., as we'll have the call for the game, as we'll be on the air at 6:45 for the Pioneers home opener against the Amsterdam Mohawks. We thank you for listening in. If we had to give an MVP out for this game, probably would go to T.J. Dixon Keith. 3 for 3 night, 3 RBIs for him. A big debut out there in center field for the Pioneers.
Yeah, I would have to agree with that. He did a great job, especially early on, getting those big hits and starting up the scoring before they ended up blowing the game open.
Yeah, and also, too, probably a close second, Chris Kaluzdian, a second-year returner for the Pioneers, taking off in his normal form. Got on base his first 4 bats, 2 singles, an error, a walk, scored 3 of the 4 times he got on base. Didn't get retired until the top of the 9th inning on a ground out to shortstop, so probably a collective effort between those two. But the Pioneers, they moved to 1-0 here. That's the biggest thing.
Yep, Kaluzian and Dixon at 1-2 really sparked the offense in this game.
So that will do it for us here on our broadcast. We thank you for listening to Pioneers Baseball. For Doug Page and for my partner here on the side,
Keith Bujak.
We thank you for listening in, and tune in tomorrow night or make it out to the ballpark as the Pioneers open up the 2014 season at home against the Amsterdam Mohawks, and they'll start it out 1-0 in front of the good crowd at home. We thank you for listening, and so long, and good night from Watertown, New York, as the Pioneers defeat the Watertown Rams by a final 13-3.